Unfiction is a very unique genre of storytelling in which a fictional narrative is being told but is passed off as if it's really happening. Unlike traditional media where the audience is expected to suspend their disbelief on their own, the creators of unfiction content help their audiences with this suspension to the fullest extent that they can, whether it's by creating a story in the first-person point of view or carefully crafting details over a period of time to make it seem like events in their story had a real-life impact. In the current day, most of these stories that are told in this way are hosted on the internet. In fact, some of your favorite online media may fall under this category, such as Local 58, The Sun Vanished, and Marble Hornets. Due to these characteristics, this genre makes for a powerful tool to convey compelling messages, themes, and ideas that live with us constantly. Traditional media is often a means of escape from our daily lives. It's a space in which we are expected to step away from reality and focus on what we are watching. Movies and TV shows are heavily emotional in their own right. They can make us feel intensely for the moment being, but once we step back into reality, we let all of that go. We may learn lessons and critically analyze what we just experienced during our escape, but we do so from afar. When it comes to storytelling, unfiction is more of an integration than an escape. Social media is a part of our daily lives and sometimes can feel more like a trap than anything else at its worst, but at its best, it's a place where we consume information that we learn, analyze, and apply to ourselves at a rapid pace. It's up close and personal because we don't step away from reality, especially when so much of what we see reflects the world around us better than a mirror ever could. So what we gained while on social media is now ingrained into our souls. Even the most realistic movies, while very moving, aren't as successful as unfiction stories at being emotionally authentic. I'm going to talk about two specific unfiction web series in this video, Petscop and Daisy Brown. Both are told on YouTube and both are fantastic examples of emotional authenticity. Petscop is a series that takes the form of a man named Paul uploading footage of his Let's Plays of a seemingly unfinished game. As he ventures deeper and deeper into this game, he starts to make strange discoveries of which both connect to him and his family's past. Interestingly about Petscop, most of the story is inferred rather than told outright. It's up to the audience to piece together what's happening from information given to them in the videos themselves, annotations, and descriptions. Even with the story as inaccessible as this one, it still manages to clearly communicate universal themes that we all have either experienced or can at least sympathize with just by being humans that are included within this world. Petscop sends across heavy messages about adoption, the foster care system, child abuse, family secrets, children being treated as objects, and generational trauma, all of which can create a vicious, never-ending cycle. As for Daisy Brown, it's much more straightforward. It consists of a series of vlogs uploaded by a woman named Daisy who's raising a monster named Alan, a creation of her own dad, a scientist who mysteriously disappeared. Her vlogs document the highs and lows of raising Alan as well as her loneliness from being isolated all the time within the walls of her own home. Just like Petscop, it covers much of the same familiar themes along with grief, loss, homophobia, and walking away from toxic relationships while having to form healthy ones. It's all from a deeply personal perspective, and I thoroughly appreciate that. These two stories are made up, but not only could I see the protagonists of these narratives really going through all this, I could also see so many of the very real people in my life going through all of this as well. And you might be thinking right now that all of these themes I just covered are also related in your favorite movies and other forms of traditional media. And you might be asking what sets unfiction apart then, what makes it so much more emotionally authentic? Well, in my opinion, it's the silence. In Petscop, Paul never explicitly states that at some point during the series he doesn't want to continue playing Petscop, but his family is forcing him to do so, and so he continues. There are no dramatic arguments or plans of trying to escape the expectations of his family so that he can pursue his own desires and take control of his life or whatever. He doesn't put up a fight. Instead, he silently agrees to keep playing even though he knows that by doing so, he's essentially reliving his family's trauma and continuing the cycle that none of them have been able to get out of. In Daisy Brown, most wouldn't know the underlying motif of homophobia if they didn't turn on the captions for the videos of which reveal Daisy's past and snippets of the relationship she had with her father. She never verbally says any of this or even gives the audience an inkling that she might be struggling or has struggled with this issue. The silence that these two protagonists exhibit are especially devastating because in real life, more often than not, we don't put up a big fight against or even say out loud the difficulties inflicted upon us by those closest to us. We choose to remain silent and endure them while we try to find a quiet solution that often seeks to strike a balance rather than remedy the situation in its entirety because we realize that sometimes we can't do what's right for us without compromising our personal safety or upsetting the loved ones we're surrounded by. Unfiction projects, especially these two, are particularly amazing at poking into the wounds we all have as humans. They present us bits and pieces of information almost like an afterthought, just like how the stories of people we know in real life are revealed to us in glimpses and never laid out in front of us directly. They mimic our messy, untied loose ends, which reminds us that hardly anything in our lives are ever resolved neatly. I know this was a slightly different topic than usual, but I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you want to see more videos by me, then please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.